Yeah, I
If
would
you want
record
it,
it, please.
might as well, so you can listen to it again if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, where you have an energetic block long enough, you can have a breakdown in physical function because there's a block in communication getting to that area, you know, so you have
Yeah.
a breakdown in function. And
Girl,
so,
in my neck. So, there's a lot of wiring messed up in me. You break
mhm,
your card, that's it.
yeah. Yeah. And so the next one here is your tonsils. So you have a
Yeah.
blockage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a blockage there. And then that's on your spleen meridian. And so if you have a blockage anywhere on this meridian, you can have a breakdown in function of any of these points on the meridian, but we won't get into that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one here is the bronchial mucosa. You have a block there, and that's a representative blocks in the large intestine meridian. And there's this FYI, there's about 45 years of research behind this program.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy, Dr. Peter Fraser, he owned the first
Mm-hmm.
acupuncture school in Australia. And he just took a lot of
Mm-hmm.
his training and fused it into this program. And it's really, really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And NES Health, you've heard of Harry Massey, right? He's done
Mm-hmm.
about either like between 10 and 20 clinical trials showing improvements in all different kinds of areas, gluten sensitivity and other anxiety and all kinds of other things. And right now he's doing statistical analysis. I think they have 20,000 scans. They've statistically
Yeah,
analyzed.
well, I'll tell you, Wendy, whatever's happening to me right now since I brought the strep to surface,
Hmm.
I have certain moments and I have mass panic attacks, and the panic, what it is when I have those certain bowel movements, my blood pressure shoots up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
my blood is normal, it'll stay 117/70, which is
Hmm.
beautiful. And then all of a sudden I'll feel a certain bowel movement come on and my blood pressure will shoot up to 190/120. That is not
Do you
normal.
think you could do coffee enemas to kind of control when you have a bowel movement?
I tried them and I didn't see it. I think it's die off. I think I'm pissing off bugs, to be
Mm.
honest with you.
Yeah.
Because when it happens, I feel like my brain's swollen and stuff, and I
Mm.
think I'm having a die off.
Mhm. I really think that a NES is going to help you a lot. I'm interested to see for
Yeah,
yourself.
and I'm thinking I have some pathways blocked that if I open them up, that won't happen as I'm
Yeah.
killing off this.
Yeah, because one thing I noticed when I started this program, when everyone starts it, they feel a reduction in stress
Mm-hmm.
because you start releasing emotional trauma. And we'll go over the screen that has your emotional trauma
Yeah,
in it,
oh, and I
which,
have a whole bunch of emotional trauma. My mother was an alcoholic and
yeah.
was very, I hate to say, extremely to the extent of, if you've ever watched, what was that with Joan Crawford, where she,
Yeah, Mama Dearest.
all right, that's how bad my mother was.
Yeah,
My mother
yeah.
taught her.
And I'm telling you that trauma is contributing significantly to your health issues.
To my
And they
health. Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm telling you, because for me, I've been working with a lot of clients. I'm focusing on detox, but
Mhm.
what a lot of people is the genesis of their health issues is their trauma, and this helps you because
Trauma.
a lot of it's unconscious. Like you're not aware of how it's driving your behavior, your health issues, your blood pressure, or whatever. And in doing this, you
Uh-huh.
start releasing it, and they sleep better, they have less stress, they have better mood, not to mention improvement in their health issues. So from that fact alone,
Yeah.
and they absorb their nutrients better. I've done hair tests with people before. I know the hair tests are not the end all be all test, but I've done
Yeah.
thousands of them, and I've seen my clients before their hair test, and they do Nest for like 4 or 6
Uh-huh.
months. Another hair test, all their mineral levels have come up, and they have more metals coming out because their bodies
Oh,
absorb
wow.
nutrients better, and they're detoxing better. Their metabolism is working better because they've improved the communication in their body, but enough
Yeah.
of that. So the next one here is your stomach, and so
Mm-hmm.
the blockage there, and then you have a blockage in your feet. That's on the liver meridian. And
Let me,
this is showing the priorities, just FYI. It's not showing all
all
of your
right,
health
let
issues.
me tell you what's been going on with me the past 3 months
Mhm.
since you're talking about feet.
Mhm.
Okay. my middle toe on my left foot is like right where the joint would be at. It feels like a lymph gland is totally clogged and swollen, and I'll go to my foot sometimes and it hurts.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, I'm actually
yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting, like when you start doing this stuff, like a lot of pain stuff will start going away. This is really good with pain.
And I think what it is, I'm detoxing and I have pathways blocked.
Yeah. And see, your rectum came up also. And so that's on the kidney meridian. So that came up as a priority. So the software prioritizes the blockages. So you'll have other ones, but definitely a lot of people, when they see the reds, they're like, oh yeah, I have a physical health issue related to that.
Yeah.
And then the one is your greater sciatic nerve, which is also on the lung meridian. And and so the next one here is, this is called your big field aligner. So this is about grounding, essentially, and polarity. And so these aren't really a priority for you right now. A lot of people have issues with this, where their body isn't grounded to the Earth's magnetic field, and they have
for a long time, and I started studying grounding, and I never put on shoes anymore unless I go out.
Yeah, and it shows here.
I have to go out the house.
Yeah.
And then with getting all the organizing in the house and trying to protect myself from the small, I've started fixing that issue.
Great. Yeah. This shows here. It shows here. And that's the fundamental thing you have to do to get your body's energy field working, is you have to be grounded.
When I was having blood clots, I wasn't grounded. Do you know that people who have blood clots don't ground well?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Grounded? They're not grounded.
Yeah. And that was the main thing that helped me with this program, is I started taking an infoceutical called BFA, or big field aligner, and you start grounding with that infoceutical. And this is when I'm talking about infoceutical, I'm just meaning like this thing, it's just information imprinted onto water, and you just take it once a day. And so you take it, and just that alone helped me protect me from EMF, and you start feeling better just from that alone.
Yeah, I tell you, I think I've worked really hard on that, and I guess it shows, that I've been working hard on it, right?
Oh yeah, it shows, because most people have some sort of imbalance here.
Yeah, and that's why I chose my house where I chose it. It's outside of New Orleans. I'm in the middle of a wetland, so that's a good thing. And I said, at least I'll be more with nature, because I had noticed that when I was having the blood clots, when I would go for 2 months to a friend's house that was it was a cabin on 130 acres. Now I have an issue. I'd feel great.
Yeah.
I would feel great to get out everywhere.
Yeah. I find the same too when I go sleep at like a hotel where they have the wiring in like tubes or whatnot. I sleep amazing. Because it's not grounded, but they don't have the dirty electricity, escaping and whatnot.
Yeah, I see where it says night. I don't have much there. What does that mean?
Yeah, so that means it's not an issue. These are your circadian rhythms. So this program, it'll help you to correct any circadian rhythm issues you might have. It's just not coming up as a priority. It doesn't mean you don't have a problem there. It's just the software has to make priorities. Like, these are your top issues you need to work on, and you work on those and start peeling back the layers of the onion and doing the deeper stuff. The main thing here is red is the top priority, then orange, then yellow.
So my polarity is a little off, huh?
Just a little bit, a little bit, and then the next thing here are these energetic drivers. So these are
my immune system.
No, it's not your immune system. These are basically all the different organs of your body. So these are in order of which you develop embryologically. So your body has to, according to Peter Fraser, it has to heal in a certain order. And he discovered over years and years of research, it's the order in which these systems developed embryologically. So that's the ideal way. Like when you go to an acupuncturist office, they're like, oh, my thyroid's bothering me. Let's poke around and do some thyroid stuff. That's not how it works. There's usually things you have to fix prior to that. So for you, your immunity is showing up as
it's shot.
Yeah. So, and then after that, it's these other things. But this is the main.
I mean, I can't do any supplements or
Mhm.
any foods that stimulate Th1 helper cells
Mhm.
or hepatic.
Yeah. And see, this is not going to stimulate immune function. This is merely going to give like energy to your immune system, and it's
Okay.
corrective information is what it's doing, because
Okay.
it's really it's hard to explain what it does exactly. But it's basically
Yeah.
give you it's what's imprinted in this is information for a correctly functioning immune system, and it gives your body corrective information is what it does.
Okay.
And then the next one here, your EIs, these are your energetic integrators. They're like your meridians, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And so for you, EI4 is coming up as a priority, and that's your heart meridian.
My vagal nerve.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When I broke my neck, it healed wrong.
Yeah.
And they told me I had whiplash. And then the scar tissue grew and dissected my carotid, and I'm cut from my ear to my throat on the left side.
Yeah.
And they did permanent vagal nerve damage.
Yeah. And that's coming up there.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking when I was telling one doctor that I said, I honestly think that some of these panic attacks are coming from my vagal nerve.
Yeah.
I know the left vagal nerve, it actually helps with your heart rate in your gut, and that's when the heart rate will go up, the blood pressure will go up, is when I'm pooping.
Yeah.
And he tried to put me on Abilify, saying I had a
Oh
rash.
God.
And I looked at him, I was like, dude, my dopamine's 40 right now, it's low. You're trying to put me on an antipsychotic, it's going to lower my dopamine even more. I said, I took this, I'd put a gun to my head.
Yeah, like take this, let's just see what happens. I love that when doctors do that.
Yeah.
And this is your nervous system here. So maybe there's, this is from 0 to 4, 4 being the highest priority. So you've got the midbrain nucleus field, there's a 3. And
well, I'll tell you, when they did an MRI, MRA on my brain, center of my brain lit up. And I said, that can't be a brain tumor because you would be dead, but we don't understand why it's lit up.
Yeah, and taking this energetic integrator will assist in clearing any energetic blocks on this meridian. These are all the different physical aspects that are on this meridian, including your female organ. The uterus is coming up a little bit, but not much.
Yeah, I have no uterus.
Okay. Yeah, and so it can come up because there's scar tissue there.
And then look, you see that one ovary, how it's coming up at 2? What do they call one of those cysts that have bone and hair in it, sitting on it?
Oh, okay.
It's got it's one of those rare cysts that have bone and hair in it.
Okay.
Like I had a twin or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, and here's the thing. So scar tissue is something that inhibits communication flow in your bodies. When you have scar tissue, that's why that's coming up. It's a blockage. And one thing I've had a lot of plastic surgery and like liposuctions, fucking retarded stuff like that. And I'll use this on it to break up the scar tissue. Because I had like liposuction on my stomach when I was like 23 because I was retarded. And so this has like PEMF in it, but it has other stuff too. That's just one thing it does. But I'll use it on my scar tissue to break up that scar tissue to help improve communication flow. Just FYI.
Yeah. Well, we do retarded stuff when we're younger.
Oh my God. I did not.
Before we went
plastic surgery, I had like a supermodel body. Like, I don't know like why I needed plastic surgery. But then I had like, and then this one, EI8, this is your liver meridian. So, so if you go into the brain again, these are the aspects that are on the liver meridian in the brain. And I love how this is so anatomically detailed. It took Peter Fraser like so long to figure this out.
My eye, I'm having some eye problems right now, and I think it's the strep that's on coming out around my eye.
And we'll look on the other aspects of it. These are just a couple aspects of the eye on this meridian, but there's other aspects of the eye that are on other meridians. Your liver, the liver field is kind of a 4, the pleural cavity is a 4.
I wonder if that's because I got my gallbladder removed
Possibly. Gallbladder is somewhere
years ago.
else over here. See if
Yeah,
it's
I know that it's connected to, it connects with the liver, maybe, I don't know.
it's on a different meridian. I'll poke through these
Oh,
and see
okay.
which one. So the stomach meridian is the next one. Their paranasal sinus field is coming up. Is a 3.
Yeah,
The appendix is a 3. And the stomach peptic glands is a 4. There's a blockage there. And
yeah.
then,
All
yeah, so
this
those,
stuff I've been dealing with for years.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so these are the top things. And then the next one, we go to the ETs. These are your immune system functioning.
Okay.
So this first one is this immunity 1. It influences when you take this infoceutical, it influences the healing of like the red and yellow parts of the bone marrow, the tongue and heart and frontal lobes of the brain. And
Mm-hmm.
it provides resistance to the biofamily Retroviridae, including the lentivirus. So a lot of these provide energetic immunity. And whenever I start to get sick, there's a setting on here called cold flu immunity. And it
Mm-hmm.
also has it's called ET immunity. It has all of the ETs in it. So I'll use those, and I'm 3 times I've started to get a cold, or is it well-being? And then I put this on my body for like 20 minutes, and I don't get the cold. It's
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
It's crazy. And I've heard this over and over and over.
Yeah, me, when I start to feel virally, like I've been with my immune system dysregulated like it is and pulling and all this biofilm busting. I tell you what, I have to just take a handful of supplements, man.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'm going and doing rose petal tea. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then I'll stave it off. I won't
Yeah.
get it. Still, I feel like crap for a day or two because I feel it coming on and I'm having
Yeah.
to take all the stuff to
Yeah.
stave it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I take, of course, I take supplements too, but this is like, it works really well. It works really,
Yeah.
but you just start with the infoceuticals, and then your liver, the liver immunity is a priority also, and then we'll go into the mind. So this is going to be looking at emotional traumas and things like that.
Oh, I have a lot.
Yeah, so this is the work of Dr. Hamer. He's a German New Medicine. And this is based on like 400,000 CT scans and of people that had cancers and what their emotional traumas were. So he made a correlation to all these things. So for you, the traumas coming up are nourishment, and that shows up in the liver. That's
Mm-hmm.
what, because emotional traumas cause energetic blocks. And then fairness is coming up. That resides in the stomach. That affects stomach functioning. It's a past emotional shock or conflict that can be accepted or digested, but also cannot be rejected or forgotten or forgiven. It can be around family or money or justice.
Oh, it's family.
Yeah.
Family. I can't forgive them.
Yeah.
I cannot forgive them for what they've done to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
And then letting go, that's where a lot of people have constipation and nothing's working. They have trouble letting go, and they'll have problems with the rectum or rectal mucosa. And it's just letting go of anything, a belief or situation or control.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just letting go of any type of situation. And then hearing. This is an interesting one because people can hear a trauma like a gunshot or they heard something and it just traumatized them. And
Mm-hmm.
they'll hear, or they'll not hear something, they'll not get a message, and it'll affect their life negatively. And then they can get a block here in their acoustic nerve, And then so that's the brain stem hologram. And there's different infoceuticals for these BSH, and the next one is the cerebellum. Nothing really here. Cerebral medulla, move forwards. That's in your feet, so that's why you're having the blockage in your feet. A feeling of not budging, not letting go. It's like you're having trouble moving forwards. And
Mm-hmm.
this may be physically that a body became rigid or could not move, or it could be a situation arose that involved being frightened, rigid, or could not move, or
Well, my mom was like hugely, hugely, hugely abusive on me. She would tell me every day that I'd never amount to anything.
Mhm.
She would
Yeah,
call me on the phone to let me know that I would never amount to anything.
yeah, yeah,
Every time she saw me, I would never amount to anything.
yeah.
She
It's
would
just,
literally tell me that.
yeah. And it's just shocking to me. She was just horribly abused herself also, you
Yeah,
know,
she was. She
why she
was. I forgive her. I do forgive her.
inflicted.
That's why I
Yeah,
can't understand why that's still coming up, but it
yeah.
could be me still.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew my mom, an alcoholic whose father fed her grain alcohol at the age of 6 and took her on fishing trips. She was very abusive again, so she was probably being raped by her father.
Yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. And that's all she knew, probably.
Yeah, yeah,
But
but
that makes an
you know,
imprint on you. It's no doubt affecting your health.
oh, she had 8 husbands, hon. She had
Yeah.
8 husbands. She had the plastic boobs, everything. She used to, I mean, she was a functional alcoholic for many years until she had her brain aneurysms, and then
Mhm.
after that, it was 13 years of
The alcohol depletes the zinc, and then you get
yeah,
weak brain
yeah.
arteries. You know.
Yeah, so it was basically since I was the oldest daughter, I was the one that took the brunt of everything. And then also I was the one that stayed close to her to take care of her while
Yeah.
when I, and I had to hear it all the time. So it could
Yeah.
still be affecting me, and I just don't think it
Oh,
is.
for sure. It without a doubt. Without a
Yeah,
doubt, it's affecting you and your health and your mood
yeah.
and everything contributing to this. And I think you'll be really surprised by how you feel over the next few months when you start releasing this stuff.
Mhm.
You're gonna feel a lot better. And I had people, because a lot of like addictions to anything, work, because I have kind of a workaholic, work or whatever it is. It's based in emotional trauma, and I have so many clients. They've stopped drinking, they've stopped smoking, they've stopped doing other
Oh, wow.
overeating or other types of things because they're getting rid of the trauma. And I've had like 10 years of talk therapy just because I wanted to work on myself or whatever, but you can't
Mhm.
talk about something you may not be conscious of, like a trauma you may not be
Yeah,
consciously aware of.
so true, so true. Like I think I'm over this stuff, but then I see this and
Mhm.
I'm over it, even though I say I forgive her,
Yeah.
I'll be angry. I may be holding on to something.
But this helps you to release, it just releases that without doing any work. It just starts clearing this garbage out and releasing.
Wonderful.
It couldn't be easier, and it's because this detects things that you may not be conscious of, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And then the next one here is direction. So that's in the adrenals. So it's
Hmm.
a emotional shock or trauma involving moving in the wrong direction. It can be physically taking a wrong turn, or in business, or mentally making a decision that had bad consequences. And the next one here is the cerebral cortex.
Well, I know with direction, I want to tell you, it just, it's like everything's happened so fast with me. I went from being this disabled person to now everybody in the world knows who I am,
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I'm suffocating.
Yeah.
Like I'll go walk out my front door now, and if I get all dressed up and stuff, and I go like walk into Whole Foods or Fresh Market, for example, I mean, people will stop me, and I feel so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I walk back in my house and hide, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's stressful. I mean,
I
I'm kind of dealing with this.
person.
Yeah, it is stressful, and because I have the same thing on social media. Everyone's at you trying to get help,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I've got a personal assistant. And I'm trying to nip that in the bud now. I've got a personal assistant that comes to my house 5 days a week. I've
Mhm.
an administrative assistant who answers my phones. Not many people have my private phone number,
Yeah.
and
It's a big responsibility and burden.
yeah, yeah, and you don't realize how many people come at you. When I was speaking at Autism One Day,
Mhm.
like I brought my friend Dawn with me for moral support, just having my best friend there, and
Mhm.
um, she saw how tired I was, people coming at me, and we go sit down. She said, "Let's go sit in the bar and have a glass of wine," and I
Mhm.
was like, "Okay, let's have this glass of wine." And I'm sitting there, and she's like watching all these people come up to me. Nobody will leave me alone. And
Yeah.
she sees how I am. And she's like, "Darling, you got to tell them, you know, you need a break. You need
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
for a minute."
It's hard because you have the information that
Yeah.
people need that will help them. And
Yeah, it's just a part of it, though. It's
yeah.
not all. Then people come at me like I'm the end all be all, and I'm like,
Mhm.
you know, everybody's body's different. It's biohacking. I said, I'm giving you maybe 10% of what you need. Now you've got to
Yeah.
go find the other pieces to everything.
Yeah. Hmm.
You know?
And I'm excited for you to try this to really see it reduce your stress levels a lot, because that for me was really profound in
Mhm.
bringing down, because I have a lot more stress than I did a year and a half ago when I started this, but it just brings your stress level down.
Yeah.
It's really awesome, you know, and part of it is releasing some of the traumas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you know, that's why I'm doing this. I want to, you know, help you to manage your stress and feel better so that you can continue helping people.
Oh, yeah. It can get a little overwhelmed because they don't understand that, hey, I'm still sick, and sometimes I need a break.
Yeah.
And
And you're going to make yourself sicker if you don't, you know.
yeah, I've gotten it now. Like I had a friend of mine that always calls me how sick she is, and I had to tell her this morning, look, all right, I need my weekends not
Yeah.
to hear sick stories. I
Yeah.
did because I said it's messing up my energy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
And
I just
and it's funny, what we're just talking about is territory invasion and territory boundary.
yeah,
And
and
it's funny that
I'm still
these
learning how to do that, and people are overstepping. They're coming into my territory.
yeah. And it's funny you bring that up right when we're on the screen,
Yeah.
you know, and that's part of the territory boundary is part related to the rectal area.
Yeah, I've gotten my 26 and my 27-year-old. I've basically told them they're on their own now.
Yeah.
Mama can't help you. You're not allowed. And I've told them, actually, this might sound heartless, but I had to do it with them because they have entitlement issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
That they're not allowed in my home again until they own their own homes, have $10,000 in the bank, and they've held a job for 5 years.
Yeah.
But if they want
You have to do that. That's tough love. You have to do that.
stay in a hotel, and we can go out and meet for dinner and stuff, but they're not allowed in this home until I see that they are, because when the minute they come in their home, Mom, I want this, and I'll give them my last penny. Mom, I need this, and I give in. And I'm trying to get that, hey, this is yours and this is mine. This mine is no longer yours.
Yeah. And you're gonna find if you do Nest Health, you're going to come into your own more. It's almost like it helps you go on a spiritual journey where you, like for me, last year I told my business partner to F off that was stealing from me and living in my home for free in a back house I've gotten $5,000 a month for. And it just came to me doing this program. It gave me the strength to realize my strength and to get rid of all these leeches that were leeching off my work and my boundary. And I was working myself I was sick.
That's what happens to
7
me
days a
sometimes.
week. There's giving.
Yeah.
And so I got these leeches gone, you know.
Oh, I know what, like right now I'm doing a cannabis app because I really think that people need to understand the endocannabinoid pathway.
Yes.
And it's gonna take about 2 more months and it'll be out. We've been working on it for almost a year now.
Great.
And
I know I've been smoking every night. I like vaping. It helps me sleep. Oh
I know. I'm getting ready to kind of do a little light RSO therapy to see if that'll bring down my CGA as well, and some of the stuff that's in me. But I have then after that I'm getting a lysosomal storage disorder, which will take about a year to get out because it's so extensive. But prior to the over vaccination starting, all the children with autism have lysosomal storage disorder, so I feel it's important. And I have this one friend, she's like, no, you've got to get this mold app out. You've got to get this mold app. And I'm like, wait a minute, stop, slow down. I've got this, and this. I will get to that in 2 years. And she gets all mad at me. No, you've got to get it out now. No, this is my work. I know what's important. I know what I have to get out. And like she saw me snap at her, and I said, I said, you're coming into my boundary zone. I told her. So I see it coming up. I understand.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And that is affecting the bronchial mucosa,
yeah.
the territory invasion. So that's affecting you.
Yeah, I get totally pissed. And I got pissed last week because she didn't know when to stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in her head, that's what's so important. But I know what I need to do and what order I need. I'm helping these children with autism. I've got to get it in the correct order.
Yes. Yeah. I see you doing work with, I love Andrew Wakefield and all the work that they're doing.
Yeah, I know. And they speak to me a lot. They're actually, I created a database. It cost me, let me tell you what, it cost me $157,000 paying employees over 18 months to put in man hours over it. And then I had to stop doing consults for a year and a half, which costed another $120,000.
Yeah.
So this app, that thing cost me over close to $300,000 to get out. And because I knew it needed to get out, and I've got all the excipients and adjuvants, and
yeah, I saw that you sent it to me. I was just like, that's
and what they damage with DNA damages. And Candace Esteve is using it to bring down SB277 now.
Yes,
Things like that are so important, and I have to, I have to get out things. I'm very, very in tune spiritually. I don't know if that comes up on here, but I am extremely in tune.
What's coming up for you is choice point and life purpose. This is something that Harry spent, I think he spent 7 years on it. He made a film called Choice Point as a book. And so this is everywhere you are on your life journey comes up. So for you, Inquire is coming up. It's kind of esoteric, it's hard to get into, but he spent 7 years on this, and it kind of tells you where you are in your journey on your choice point, where you decide to go left or right. And it's pretty interesting. Yeah,
right now I'm aware which way do I go, because there's so much stuff being thrown at me. But spiritually, like it's almost like I have, like, I don't know if you've ever seen all these orbs around me, or they catch them on film. People try to come into my house, and I'm very selective who I let in my home, because they've never seen where they can get orbs on camera, like on physical video footage, not on pictures. They can come out and come around them and stuff. And I'm very, very selective on who I let out there. But I've done some practicing, because everybody said that and I'm trying to figure this out, that I'm this type of healer, and I'm taking in all these negative energies when I try to talk to these people, and making me sick.
Yeah, that's what I do. Here's the thing. That's what I'm working with a guy right now. His name is David Router. I'm about to have him on my podcast. I've been working with him for about 2 months or so. He teaches you how to protect your energy field so that other people can't transgress in it. Because a lot of times when people are very sensitive, like I'm really sensitive too, and I sometimes I'll just curl up in bed and I can't deal, or I've had drug issues and alcohol in the past and whatnot. And it's just,
I have in the past myself too.
Yeah.
So.
And it's just because people that are prone to that, they're just trying to numb out, because they're getting all these messages and people and energy, and they
very
don't.
Sensitive people. Yeah.
So he teaches you how to, and oh my God, I have felt so much stronger and more relaxed. And I work with him every Friday. He's amazing if you want an introduction, because
when I broke my spinal cord, I was an opiate addict for 2 years.
Yeah.
I went through with that classic heroin withdrawal for 2 months, laying in bed. It was horrible.
Yeah.
When I became disabled, and I was angry and mad at the world. Why me? I became a chronic alcoholic for 3 years.
Yeah.
Got myself off of alcohol. But now it's like I keep 20 bottles in my house for friends, and I'm lucky if I drink a bottle of one a year,
Yeah.
So I'm past that, but I know, I understand what you mean. I'm going to tell you, I've been practicing on my dogs. When my dogs get sick, I'll put them in their kennel, and I'll pray over their kennel to bring healing light and energy to them, to heal them. And do you know, we get it on camera. I don't know if you've ever seen my pictures. I get orbs they engulf the whole room. And I ask them to heal. If you go on my Facebook, you'll see pictures of lights kennel with my animals in it, and that's me practicing on healing them.
Yeah.
Bringing energy. Isn't that cool?
No, it is. No, we can harness our energy and focus it. And I've been learning.
And then
and Ness introduced me to all this stuff. I wasn't aware of it. And then
listen, Ishvan got a few pictures of me with pink swirls just totally around me. That's self-healing.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
That's self-healing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so cool, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And like with Ness, it's really going to help. It helps people come into their life purpose. Because you're releasing trauma, you improve like your energy and your sleep and your mood and all this stuff, and it just helps you just on your journey of your life purpose of helping people. Yeah,
that's what I feel, and I'm getting ready to make that decision. No more of this consulting. I just want to go back to making these apps and going and doing lectures and interviewing with people, and that's where I need to be.
I stopped seeing clients too. It's just it's an energy drain. Like I like it, but you can help people when you're not doing one-on-one.
I'm getting ready to make that change because I have to.
Yeah, and this is a nutrition screen.
I bought a bottle of chromium and I bought a bottle of manganese. Look at that.
So this is showing.
And my potassium is staying low, by the way, for some reason.
Yeah, well, the potassium is staying low because of thallium toxicity. Thallium will block potassium channels in the body, and so will
I wonder if I should stop eating kale because they've been finding high levels of thallium in kale.
Well, you know what? A lot of stuff has thallium in it because it's in the air, because it's in petroleum deposits. So it just gets in the air and settles on food and maybe just that.
Well, it's very, very high. They're finding it extremely high in kale right now.
Yeah. I tend to not eat kale because you can get those nutrients and other things. But
but you just go back. What I was doing with the curly kale is I was like putting them in my pressure cooker with a lot of onion and garlic, for sulfation. I always go to turnip greens or something.
Yeah, and you can just take BioSil. BioSil will get rid of the thallium in your body, and that's when I talk about that a lot.
All right. I don't have a cobalt problem at all. My B12 has always been beautiful. But the chromium, manganese, potassium, wow. Yeah. And then calcium field, and that's the disruption from, I have no oxalobacter formagene left in my gut. And that causes you, because of all the floxing I had, all the Cipro and Levaquin.
Yes.
And I've been seriously thinking about finding somebody that has some oxalobacter formagene in them that's healthy and doing a fecal transplant.
Oh yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Hey, one second. This might be my daughter's dad. Let me get my phone.
Chromium, manganese, potassium, and calcium. Everything I knew. Isn't that crazy?
Huh?
Well, I should start taking that chromium every day. Something was telling me to buy chromium.
Well, here's the thing. This is showing what your body is not absorbing these or utilizing them very well. And so see a malabsorption field that your stomach driver is coming up in ESR, which is emotional stress release. This is an infoceuticals.
These three things right here have to do with all four of them: calcium, manganese, chromium, potassium. All have to do with oxalate and missing bacter formagene. That's what's interesting.
Yeah,
because what the oxalates stick in the body, and they love grabbing certain minerals and metals. They stick to instead of getting in the cell wall.
Yeah.
You don't get in the cell wall right. So even though you're bringing them in, they're still not getting in the cell wall. So interesting that came up.
Yeah, and you also find once you start doing this program and you release stress and you maybe take EDA, I'll have to see what infoceuticals come up for you. You'll start absorbing nutrients better.
Awesome.
And you'll find, which is cool. And then your basal metabolic rate's coming up as a priority, or base metabolic rate rather.
Oh, my metabolism's horrible.
Yeah, and then food sensitivities, lactose is coming up a little bit, and then non-fixed sensitivity. So
now that's what I was telling you. I just did the test for the lactobacillus antibody. I can't do any lacto fermentation, anything lacto.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how it's coming up. That's the strep I'm bringing out right now.
Mm-hmm.
The strep that's been lying in me has this for many years, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool what this thing brings up. That's really neat. And then there's a section on toxins. And for you, dioxane, hydroxytoluene, and xylenes are coming up. But your body's not dealing with those very well. And part of what this program does, it helps you detox better and helps give you protection, and helps you to release these.
Are those kind of like estrogens, toxic estrogens?
Xylenes?
Yeah.
Let's see, it's a solvent. It's used in printing, rubber, and leather industries. And it's thinner for paint and varnishes, aviation fuel, affects human brain growth and development.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure if it's estrogenic.
Yeah, I wonder if it's an estrogenic solvent.
I'm not totally sure. Mercury is coming up for you. Like it's more like your body isn't handling it very well. It's not necessarily that you're have high levels. It's more that your body isn't dealing with it very well.
I don't have any mercury amalgams, but I do eat a lot of salmon, you know.
It's just more showing your body isn't dealing with it very well.
Yeah.
Everyone has some level of mercury, but you're just not, your body isn't coping with it for various reasons. You can have a sensitivity to it. It could be an indication of that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I didn't go get a mouthful of mercury, huh?
Oh, God. And then,
I mean, I feel bad for these people that let it down with mercury in their mouth.
God, I know. It's just horrible. And then nickel, chromium, and beryllium is coming up. And these are alloys, can be used in dental work, and they can affect the kidney, liver, mucous membrane, stomach lining, and ATP production.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's pretty much the whole thing in a nutshell.
Well, I'm glad I'm trying to use everything. As far as cleaning supplies in my house, I'm very like I use essential oils on my floor with my steam mop and stuff like that, you know.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I try my best.
And so these are the infoceuticals that you're recommended to take, and I'll pop these in the mail to you. And so these are the ED13 for immunity, the EI4, EI8, EI11, which were, let me just save these, and which were, let me go back here, which were these, this is going to be for the heart meridian, the liver meridian, and the stomach meridian.
If that could calm down what's going on with my anxiety. Oh my.
Yeah, and you may not notice a huge difference right away, but you might. I mean, I noticed a big difference in 30 days. But some people don't. Like, it's, you have to take enough of the infoceutical. So you're going to start with 9 drops a day of each. So you just put the 9 drops in water, like you just open this and put 9 drops in a little glass of water and then drink it, and that's it. And but if you don't really notice anything after like a week, then go up to 15 drops, and so, but this should go a long way to, get you on the road to feeling better and healing your immunity in ways that, tinkering with biochemistry can accomplish.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
why, I always tell people, our energy, it's so important what we're learning in quantum physics. It's just important, with cell communication and stuff. I'm actually good friends with Gary Samuelson. He's one of only 3 atomic physicists in the world. And he's only one of 3 atomic physicists in the world. He's the one that actually created a CM Renew. But what we noticed with the CM Renew, though, and ozone and MMS, there's some people out there, they can't do it. It will destroy them. You go in a certain order. You've got to go in a certain order. You've got to have your minerals and your Krebs cycle Bs working, so sulfation can work. So enough taurine on your gut to protect yourself before you come in with ozone. It's or it'll attack the healthy cells as well as the pathogenic cells.
It's interesting. I definitely have a sulfur sensitivity, and I just can't. I just don't do the sulfur.
Well, it's this world we're living in right now. It's actually, and I've told people right now, I said, I think we're in a huge spiritual war, and they're trying to take our light.
They are. Here's the thing. I want you to talk to my friend Robert Marking, because he talks a lot about this spiritual war, and this pendant right here that
They're
I
trying to
wear.
take our light right now.
This pendant right here. I'm going to
Yeah.
send you one of these. This helps to protect you from like dark energies that are trying to take you down. And I would have never really bought into this, before, but
It's absolutely true. They're trying to take our light right now. That's what's going on.
Yeah. So this guy is unbelievable. He spoke on the summit, and I have a podcast with him. And
Glyphosate takes light, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. And so
grabs your light.
Yeah, this guy is very gifted. I want you to do a phone call with him. He's amazing, and he basically can see if you send him a picture, he can see everywhere you have a negative energetic attachment on you. And then when you harmonize your body's vibrational blueprint with this pendant, and you do like a little session with him, it releases all these negative energetic attachments or dark entities that have managed to hook onto you. And oh my God, when he did this, I met him at a NES training, at a NES health training, and he went there specifically to meet me, to help me or meet me or whatever. And I sat right next to him as the first person I sat next to in the training. And I was so stressed and exhausted. I was just at the end of my rope when I went there, and he did this harmonization with me on this. I felt better than I have felt in years. And he just had like a digital download for this shape, and he just made it in his garage, and you just will like hold it on master clearing points. And he did it on Dr. Lee Cowden and Dr. Mercola. They were at the NES Health training, because I worked with Dr. Mercola for a few months, and then he finally went to the training because he liked his results and everything. So anyway, so I met Robert, like worked on everybody, and this is really cool. And
awesome.
So Robert is doing that like spiritual warrior thing, the dark entity warrior, because he said the dark entities are going to lose, though. They're losing, but they're fighting.
Yeah, they're losing. Actually, when Abby Rockefeller, she's not like the rest of her family, Wendy. I know Abby Rockefeller personally. Stephanie introduced me to her. And she kind of protects us. She tells us what's going down, what we need to do. And she called me up a year and a half ago, and she said, Sterling, we've got to get your name out there. You're going to Washington. I'm sending you to Washington, D.C. with Stephanie Seneff, because powers that be, they don't like what you're talking about right now, because you are telling truth. You're telling, exposing secrets that they don't want out. Yeah. And, you're unlocking DNA, and you're understanding how it works. And she was very interesting. She told me, she said, right now, she said, Sterling, she said, it is an evil empire. The evil empire is crumbling, and they're coming out and attacking because they're losing it.
Yeah, that's why. That's exactly why.
They're about to be destroyed. Yeah. That's why they're coming out and doing all this right now.
Yeah, totally. And I'm going to send you one of these, and then I'll have you do like a little session with Robert just over the phone. You'll be really into this. I don't ever take mine off. It protects you from EMF also.
Oh, wow.
When EMF hits you, it actually strengthens your body field, because this transmutes it. So I wear it when I sleep also.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, I wish I could get a friend of mine to talk to you. She's such a mess. We have tried everything on her. She can't even be around organite.
Wow.
She has her heart will race if she's around organite, or her pulse will race in her ear. Anything we've tried to do to get her, she's so EMF sensitive. But
I'm telling you, just a lot of people, that if nothing works, that's why I started using this, because I had this population of clients. I'm like, they can't take pills, they can't detox. What the fuck am I going to do with them?
What the hell are you going to do?
Yeah, and it's the pendant and NES.
Like that.
It's pendant and NES, and it works beautifully.
I would get my friend to talk to you. She can't be near a computer. She has no electricity in her bedroom. I mean, it's horrible.
Let me send you a couple pendants. I even my dogs wear a pendant. Because winter last. Yeah, because what happens is when you correct your body's vibrational blueprint and you
Yeah,
get your frequency corrected,
blueprint is
and,
just screwed.
yeah, the infections, they can't exist in your body anymore. So people with Lyme and other types of infections, after a few days, the symptoms just disappear because the frequency in which they resonate, it can't resonate in your body anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and so Robert was very sick with Lyme, he was very sick with mold, and he couldn't work for years, and he just got some sort of digital download and made this thing, and he went to a doctor that was doing the similar thing with the frequencies, and he's unbelievable. He has a gift, so when he's working with you, he can sense the frequencies. Like he knows where the mold is in your house. He knows all your food sensitivities. He knows like everywhere you have a dark entity attached to you. So I work with him about once every couple of weeks and kind of do a refresh.
Talking about the, I'm very, very sensitive, so I'd love to talk to him because he could probably teach me a lot, because even though I'm very sensitive and all this stuff comes on me, I'm not skilled like he is. Do you understand?
Yeah. But he taught it to himself, but he clearly has a gift.
I've actually had some dark entities come into my home where my dogs, 3 of my dogs of my 5 dogs peed themselves, and I caught it on film. And I actually have it on my Facebook where I caught it on film. And then when I started doing clearing the next day, I just reached out to quite a few friends, and I started doing clearing that night, but really clearing the next day. I went and I was walking around the corner from my living room into my kitchen, and there was a loud roar scream in my ear. Like it was like mad that I had released. I finally released it. I've actually caught them, like one of my little dogs, one time when one of the bad energies was coming in, was sitting there growling and shaking, and he was shaking and he was piled up like a cat, and his hair standing up, and his teeth were showing. And I started filming where he was looking at, and I caught the energy in my house coming in at me. So I think I'm unfulfilled, and I think I have all this good stuff coming out of me.
And you need protection. That's the thing. Because when you're helping so many people, you're going to be under more attack, and you need protection from that. And Robert can help you with that. He doesn't charge people. Like he's not interested in making money or anything.
Well,
he's awesome.
But I have to do that because I wish I didn't have to. That's why I try to make my consults as low as I do, and I do pro bonos because but my app just doesn't make quite enough. To do that. I'd love to be able to do that one day, that my app's making enough that I could just go and help people.
Yeah. And so I'll send you these infoceuticals, and just text me your address. I think I have it, but it's probably far away in the messaging. It's probably logged on. Text me your address. I'll send you these infoceuticals. I'll send you a handful of the pendants. And then once you get them, then I'll hook you up with Robert, and you guys can do an appointment together. He's awesome. He knows a lot about health.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, when also too, when I started realizing that the smart meters and everything were bothering me, people couldn't understand what was going on with me, because it was like I was doing okay for as much as I've been through until I moved in this house. All of a sudden I started sick again. There's the smart meters and the 5G now. And, my dog walker had noticed it. I have 5 dogs, so I have a dog walking service that comes days a week. And we were walking my dogs, and with me and my dogs walk into the house at the same time, and me and one of my dogs had a seizure at the same time one day.
Oh wow!
And had a seizure at the same time. And he said, "Oh, that is environmental. That has to be smart meters." My dog walker. Look where your smart meters are. Y'all walked in where the smart meters are all aligned. My neighbor's smart meters. And boom, I walk in the house, me and my dog had a seizure at the same time.
Wow.
They must have been pulsating. That's when I finally bought the Geiger counter, the little trimeter to measure. And, I try to be outside of the house at 10 a.m. every morning, because that's when they pulsate through my house.
Dude, I'm telling you, this will protect you from that. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I don't like, I've been feeling so much better since I started wearing this. Because I was really like a wreck like a year and a half ago before I started NES. NES really helped me a lot. This took me to the next level.
I shake at the drop of a hat. I can't handle a stitch of stress. I'm PTSD
Dude,
right
I'm
now.
telling you, they actually can, it,
Through and everything.
yeah.
My son's
This
hair.
reduces your heart rate variability. As soon as you're harmonized, you're going to notice your heart rate variability is going to come down. They can actually document it. That your HRV
Wow.
comes down. And that they also can do, I don't know if it's a GDR camera, but they have a biophoton camera that Mark Robert's friend has. And they take a photo before and after harmonization, and your biophoton field is just glowing after you get harmonized. It's because I did a bulletproof conference booth with Robert. I just wanted to help him, and so I did the booth with him, and we had all these people testing with the biophoton camera and the heart rate variability before and after harmonization. People were like, "Oh my God!" So we can document that it is doing something, But Robert, I tell him not to talk about the dark entities thing because that weirds people out. For the most part, but it's all we hear is
that is very good. I want to tell you something too, because it's come past me from a few big people up above. I've gotten an MD and a nurse practitioner to be on the board of directors of my website because they're going to start. They've gotten rid of net neutrality, and you can't, when you go search now, it's hard to find alternative stuff now.
Yeah.
That was going to happen and happened.
Yeah.
Actually, their next step is they're going to try, unless you have a nurse practitioner, an MD medical doctor, or a doctor of osteopathy on your board of directors, are going to start trying to take down health websites.
Yeah.
I know you know a lot of them, so you could just have them sign a paper saying, hey, they're on your board of directors.
Okay. Yeah. My business partner is Ian Clark of Activation Products. Yeah, and we can definitely, we're kind of in negotiations right now. I don't know if it's going to work.
TMCs are not going to help you. NDs are not going to help you. Doctor or chiropractor are not going to be able to help you. They said nurse practitioner, medical doctor, and the doctor of osteopathy.
Okay.
Just in case it does happen, it's good to have that letter saying, hey, they're on your board of directors.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Tell your friends to cover themselves too.
Okay.
All of us know MDs and stuff. We can, and I've already gotten that covered for me. My friend Cynthia Smith, she's a lawyer and nutritionist, and she had a couple of my friends that do have those letters behind their name. Drafted them up a paper, and they said they're on the board of directors of MTHF or support. That way they can't say, hey, I'm peddling a medical product and shut me down.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to do that in the next 1 to 2 years next. That's their next piece.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
Good to have.
Yeah. I'm cleaning up my act business-wise. That's why I partner with Ian Clark, because he's really business savvy, and he's got this huge this other business partner they're doing all this crazy stuff. So he's helping me with like real company management and getting all.
I wish somebody like Mercola, well, Aaron from Health Fit News maybe would get that kind of out there, that the health websites that maybe that let these people know that they need to cover their butts. Because in the next year or two they're going to start.
Yeah.
They're going to come down on us.
Yeah, I gotta get mine.
It's all by design, that.
Yeah, for sure. And like Ian, like he's got like an FDA compliance writer on his site, and I know I'll have a lot of work to do on that, like making claims with supplements.
I know. I have met one. He's on my LinkedIn. Man, I got to get to the email. I said, I'm thinking about, before I write anything else, just getting an FDA compliance. He's an FDA compliance writer.
I have a chick. She's like $200 an hour. But I have a chick if you need someone.
Yeah, because I was thinking about when I get out my articles, I don't want to say the wrong thing and get in trouble. Getting bigger. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm big.
You've got eyeballs on you.
Oh yeah, I do. I'm not in the little leagues anymore. I'm in the big. I got to straighten up my act.
Yeah, I got to straighten up my act too, because I've got I've got all these big projects coming up.
Oh, you're huger than me, girl.
Yes, not quite, but no, like I've got a bunch of different, like a video docuseries coming up, and like a book, and like other stuff coming, and I'm like,
yeah, what are you doing on the docuseries? What is it about?
yeah, it's about detox, and I'm doing it with Dr. Daniel Pompa and his business partner Warren Phillips, and I want you on it. That's what I mentioned before.
Yeah, what's interesting is this glyoxylate metabolic process. That's where all the light's going in, and that's what's shutting down phase 1 and phase 2 liver detox. The glyphosate also. Have you thought about getting Stephanie Seneff to also interview on detox?
Wait, who is that?
Stephanie Seneff from MIT.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
You're friends with her, right?
Yeah. We're not like best friends or anything, but we're friendly.
Yeah, you can get in touch with her. If not,
oh yeah, no, I have her email.
Good.
Yeah, she was on my heavy metal summit just recently.
Oh, she was.
I'm thinking of doing a chemical detox summit at the end of the year. Because the summit, we just got like 80,000 people to my last summit, the heavy metal summit. So I'm thinking of doing a chemical summit.
I tell you, the one summit that you had me on, my IT guy so many people were clicking on my website crashed.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Well, not, but yes. But yeah.
Summit with you, my website crashed.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So many people were
people get a ton of business, because, and this one was bigger. Like that one, there was like 60,000, but this one I ended up getting 80,000 people to it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was great. So, yeah, so I'm thinking of doing, because I partner with Dr. Kling.
Next time you have one too, let me know and I'll help you promote it,
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'll hit you up next time. I'm contemplating a chemical detox summit, but we'll see. I keep taking all these projects, and I kind of have to work on my business.
Yeah,
fix my
that's
website.
kind of where I'm at right now. It gets kind of hard. Which project do you take on?
Yeah.
Because I have so many people throwing stuff my way that they want me to, whatever. And right now, I think that I for the next year, besides getting out this app and this new website, and then getting my team to work on the other stuff, all I want to do is like do my interviews or my little filmings, and go out and do some lectures.
Yeah.
And work on myself, because those don't stress me.
I love totally. Yeah, they're fun. It's fun to do.
They're fun.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'll let you know. I'm going to solidify my deal, and we're going to get it on paper at the end of February with Warren Phillips we're going to call it the Human Detoxification Project, and we're going to go around in different cities and start filming the interviews. So I'll let you know, because I definitely want you in it.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah, I don't know if down here, we also have Jack Cruz down here.
Yeah.
He's a good person to interview. And then I don't know if you know much about Morley.
No, I'm really good friends with Morley. I actually paid Morley to train with him like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, Morley's been to my house. We live about 40 minutes away from each other. And then me and Jack live about 40 minutes away from each other. They live on opposite ends.
Yeah.
I'm in the center.
No, I love Morley. Yeah, we're actually really close friends. We're so busy. We just haven't talked in a while.
Yeah, Morley is so interesting. He's so interesting with what he knows about minerals. And actually, I have a book that I'm working on right now called Backfire. And I'm trying to show everybody, I put up a private group, and what I did is because this was the only way I was going to get the book done, I had administrators in there, and when people came in and said, well, I did bad on this product, or I did bad on this supplement or that supplement, and I went back knowing the biochemistry and knew that this goes with this goes with that, and everything always led back to minerals.
Yeah.
Minerals come first.
Yeah, that's what I talk about a lot too. You've got to mineralize, and
everything comes back to minerals. Minerals come first, and it was so interesting in it. And so I let Morley know. I said, "It's so funny, look, Morley. Everything comes back to minerals."
Yeah.
It's so interesting. So when everybody sees in the book, they're going to see this repetitive stuff there. It's going to be indexed. Like I'm going to hit forms of magnesium, whatever, magnesium. Great, mineral section, then I'm going to have it done with, minerals and outlined and everything, and then I'm going to have indexing, and it's going to show the stuff, everything.
Okay.
Why somebody would backfire on something doesn't mean it's not good for them. Their body's not ready for it.
Are you okay, honey? Are you okay? Oh, baby.
Oh.
Just hit her head.
Oh.
What happens when you're going under the chair?
Get going, girl. It sounds like you've got
okay.
you have a little one there that needs some help.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So send me your address, and I'll send this off to you. And then let me know if you have any questions about.
You're going to send me the link to all this, right?
Yeah, I'm going to send you a link to. Mama, 1 second. I'm almost done here. What, honey? Come here. Oh no, you want help? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Are you okay? You hit your shoulder. Hit your shoulder. You want a kiss? Come here.
I don't know. I'm going to show you my strap on my face real fast. I've got her pulled back and everything because it's so bad. Hold on. I don't know. You see it? Look at my eyes. I've got everything pulled back right now.
I don't see any video showing up. Do you want to do?
You don't see any video?
I'm not seeing video for you. In like the screen.
Oh wow!
It'll say turn on video. Oh, I think I made this on the screen. Oh, I made this in a screen share only. That's why. Video setting. Let me. Oh, here we go. Change. Do you see my?
Do you see me now?
Do you see me?
I see you. Yeah,
okay.
I see you.
So enable.
I've got it on.
I don't know why.
I was just gonna. It just, you can see all the red around my eyes and everything, all the strep that's come out. It's insane. So I've just been sitting with my hair back. I don't want anything else to get in my face. That could possibly. I don't know if you see. Do you see it? Do you see the camera?
I can't see your video. I don't know why. Because I did a screen share only like Zoom appointment. That's why I think.
Yeah.
But you can see.
Hold on, Janet. I'm on the phone with Wendy. I mean, on Zoom. Can I call you back? Are you on your way over here?
Stop torturing that dog.
Okay. All right, girl. All right. All right. All right. I'll call you back. Love you. I'm sorry. That was a friend of mine.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Yeah. So I'll send you the stuff and just let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to send you an email and it'll have some instructions on how to take the infoceuticals. But it's easy. You just put them in drops and water and start with the 9 drops. I'll send you the sheet. These ERs right here, these are just the ERs you would do. They're ER settings on the My Health, but since you don't have a My Health, just ignore that. But just know these are My Health settings that the scan says you should do, but you don't have to worry about that. But normally what you do, if there's an ER folder, you do ER7, your sciatic nerve, and then you would just put it on your body, for 2 minutes, and you go to the next thing, 2 minutes, and that's what that means, just out of pure curious. And then and just when you get the pendants, they'll come separately, because these infoceuticals are going to come from NES directly, and the pendants will come from me. I'll send you like 5 of the pendants so you can give them to your friends or whatever. And and just let me know when you get those, and I'll hook you up with Robert. You'll be really happy with Robert. You'll be really into that. Yeah.
It's really it's been a rough ride, but I knew I had all the strep in me, and it has to come out. I have to get rid of it.
Yeah. And this will help you. This will help you tremendously, because I know you're expert on genetics and tinkering with the biochemistry, and this is going to just take your kind of thinking of approach of the body, take it in a different way, you know, or approach the body in a different
Well,
way.
I always believe that where energy is your spirit. I tell people, mind, body, and spirit, you have to heal them all together. You can't heal one without the other. I'm a true believer in this.
Yeah, and this integrates it. It integrates it beautifully in that way. You know.
Yeah.
So I'll send this to you. So just let me know if you have any questions. Okay.
I broke my neck, and I've had so many organs removed. I'll probably be reporting for life. You know, I'll always have some struggle, but I have to find that perfect niche, that perfect balance, and what to stay away from.
Yeah.
You know, what to avoid. I know one big thing, chemicals and EMFs, man. I think I've got the EMF thing going pretty good here, though. I'm protecting myself pretty much now.
Okay, good. Yeah, well, just let me know if you have any questions. And I just want to help you keep doing the work you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, so
awesome.
Just let me know if you have, let me know if you have any questions, okay?
You are so awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, Sterling. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good weekend.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.